everybody, this is Les Nesquick with FUX Radio, and you are listening to the Breaking Hyman podcast with Lori and Morgan.
She left, I had to buy more toilet paper before she left. Because every time
Did your mom kill somebody?
Whenever she wipes, I guess, she wraps her finger up like a bare knuckle boxer. And it's like a fucking... it's like
no contact can be made.
Yeah.
She fists herself while she's...
No, she just... Her fingers can't get wet, I guess. I was like, Jesus. I was like...
Yeah, you know, I get the two-ply, right, Mom?
Yeah, that's why you wash your hands after.
I just use the single fucking ply, and I just use my finger and just like fucking... Yeah. And anything gets off, I just,
lick it?
Wipe with my shirt. I was gonna say just fucking... But
yeah.
You'd probably like my kid.
I'm gonna wash my hands anyway. Like,
yeah, I'm with you.
I'm just saying.
On your shirt. Oh, I hope he's kidding.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I'm a wet wipe user.
Oh, God.
So yeah. So I haven't. Yeah, I'm responsible for
bro wipes.
You're basically at a bidet. You're basically it's like a hand washed bidet.
I mean,
it's not. You don't have a soaking wet asshole when you're done. With a bidet, you can. And I'm not.
I guess you still got to dry off.
I'm not against a bidet. I'm not.
I feel like a bidet. Just like I've seen the streams on them, and I was like, I need more of a pressure washer kind of thing.
Right.
I don't need public water fountain. Type of pressure. And I was like. Now I just have all the crusty shit is now just soupy.
If you ever have the opportunity to go to Haley's,
now I'm sealed. Thank you.
Haley Newman has a really really nice bidet.
Invite us next time they go out of town.
Okay, yeah.
We'll all try. We'll all the comics try out Haley's bidet.
Just have a picture of the lot. We're all just standing around like a new fucking mower.
I go first. I get first.
How's it work for girls? Does it hit both holes? Or is it just mainly...
if you do it right.
I don't know.
I'm guessing you probably adjust a little bit. Hit the bead.
Not really so much back side to side. It's more of a front to back.
For me, I have different worries. I still worry, my biggest concern is when I'm wiping, I lean forward, and I'm afraid all the pressure's on the front of a toilet and it's just going to break off and I'm going to slice my fucking back.
God damn.
That's my worry. It's a genuine
I would only use one finger.
And I was like, that is a concern I have. So I don't want a bidet. It's like, well, whether or not I have fucking... I was like, I start the shower.
You just need a shit towel to...
Yeah, exactly.
The fucking... Just don't hang it up for your guests. I'm not...
The floss, exactly.
At least if I'm ever at your place, it's close enough to my place. I can go home to go to the bathroom.
That's what I found out. I was like, man, if you spread your butt cheeks before you sit down... You mitigate so much just shit contact with your butt cheeks. And,
and I have
you gotta get a nice spread. You gotta get a nice spread.
Yeah, and it's like... But I was doing that for a while, and I started getting hemorrhoids, and I was like... So I got to find that nice middle ground.
Wait, you were getting hemorrhoids because you were spreading your cheeks too much?
You spread your cheeks, and then if you force it, you have like a fucking...
Oh, I don't force it.
Be gentle with yourself, man.
Yeah, don't force
I don't deserve that. I don't deserve
I'll get an O-ring replacement kit, and I'll just...
you move out, it's got like 4 O-rings.
Repack the seals.
Looks like the neck of one of those old Egyptian bitches with the... with the coil.
Dude, I was feeling like dog shit for a couple days there, man, and I went there and I was like, my stomach grumbled, which my stomach never grumbles, and I went there and took a shit, man, and I got it, and I was like, man, that was nice, that was the issue for sure, and I got up and it was just like this, I wouldn't call it
missing some great stuff here.
I wouldn't call it diarrhea, but it was like. It was not solid.
Oh, I know.
But it's not looking.
Yeah.
It was some of that soft serve.
Definitely some Dairy Queen soft serve.
But I was it was definitely. I was like, God damn! I was like, we are not processing anything. We're just gonna send it through, and we'll just. See, that's what I picture. What a fucking cleanse should be. Is that
just like the foulest shit?
Yeah, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that shit was. I'm not joking when I say probably 6 pounds of shit.
Damn.
I was like, yeah.
Man, did you
Back-
like, go
like
out
a-
and play some basketball
Like
after
a
that?
back. No, I did before it, and I think that's what started it. I did a workout that day.
Turned it.
And then I went, got home, and I mowed my lawn.
Oh,
And then edged. Then I got in there, and I took a nap. I smoked a little bit, and then took a nap. And then I think
Did a couple of rails of cocaine.
dude, shit, no. I was like, it was the fucking Kokomo fucking double espresso I got from Dutch Brothers, the frozen freeze.
Jesus, and then played.
And that was between my workout to get back home, and then between that and because it was like a blended freeze iced coffee thing.
I was like, are we still talking about the shake or
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
you
it's
drink?
like
Okay,
the drink.
Is that basically?
Which actually is exactly what it looked like. Just
Yeah.
give it a little bit orange tint, a little bit orange tint to the fucking the Kokomo.
Our guest is Red Giles, by the way,
Oh,
talking
are we recording?
graphic detail about his bowel movements and butthole. No, it's okay. That's what we're here for.
I just want to take the stigma off of, man, I had an impressive shit today, and that made me feel so good.
Oppressive?
Impressive.
Oh, okay.
Oppressive
I guess it could be both. Yeah,
Oppressive shits, I will have a civil war, and I will not tolerate
You tell that shit who's boss.
any sort of subjugation of myself to anyone or anything, much less a shit. I was like,
right.
Oh yeah, no, you don't want fecal matter
man.
dictating your lifestyle.
dude,
I mean, but it does though
It
already.
does.
I grew up very self-sufficient. Nobody told me shit about
shit.
But about shit. The things that will happen as you grow up and things that you have to prepare for and how to manage them. Because I'm like a hypochondriac.
You had shitty balls all through school, didn't you?
No. Like I was talking about like a hemorrhoid earlier. It's like I took a shit one day, and it was a little constipated, I guess, which never happened. I was like, whatever. It's never really happened to me.
Why is it a rock?
Yeah, and it basically tears your butthole. And all I knew is I got up, I wiped it, got up, and there's blood in the toilet.
I'm dying. I'm clearly dying.
And as a guy, I was like, I mean, pale skin.
I think I got my period.
I was like, I was thinking about calling 911. I was like, I'm not calling 911 for blood. I was like, I'm driving to the fucking hospital. And I get there, they admit me or whatever, or like take me to the
Triage.
ER. Yeah, whatever, triage me. And I'm just sitting there, I'm thinking, I'm dying, my insides are ruptured.
I'm bleeding out.
Yeah. And a little tiny fucking 5'2" Indian doctor from India, I guess.
Yeah.
In type India. Is that racist? Oh.
No.
But it's like,
unless you're talking about a Native American.
it started with S and had 14 syllables. I was like, it was like 9. I'm exaggerating. But he came in and he's like, well, drop your pants. And I was like, what? And he sticks a finger in my ass, fucking gels up, sticks a finger in my ass. He's like,
and no, you had no idea that was coming.
He says, I mean, I knew it was coming. He had to investigate the fucking torn asshole.
Yeah.
But he just leaves the room and takes his glove off and leaves the room. It doesn't say anything to me. And so I'm just sitting there for 10, 15 minutes. And then a nurse walks in with just discharge papers. And I was like,
so
I don't know what's going on still. And I was like, I assume they're discharging me like, you're too far gone, go home and die.
You will bleed out your asshole today. To death.
Make the most of it.
I walked out of the room and I'm just standing there with stuff in my paper and I was like, what do I do? And the nurse sees me and she's like, are you okay? I was like,
I don't know.
I literally said, what's wrong with me? and she looks at my chart thing and she goes, oh, sweetie, this just happens.
Yeah.
How
old were you? How old were you?
I mean, he drove himself there.
Yeah, I mean, I had to be, I don't know, 30?
So this was not, this is like in the last decade?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like, there's a bunch of...
You never,
Red,
you
I'm
never
a mom.
had a bloody
You can
shit?
call me, okay?
No.
Right? You've lived a blessed life, sir.
Oh, dude, I'm the pinnacle of health, sort of being severely overweight.
You have a healthy butthole if it never bled before you're 30. Wow.
Right?
Dude, I was like...
Crazy.
Or maybe just cool uncles. I don't know.
Cool. Yeah, no.
No, they were just little dick.
You just have a massive asshole and they weren't
That's
well
what
hung.
it is. I'm just saying. I was like, I don't know.
Right? That would also explain how you make it to 30 without a tear.
This kid knows how to take a dick.
I hope my uncles are not the type of guys that would ever rape.
Yeah, no, my
they were a lot
uncle
smart.
was not either.
They were a lot smoother than that. They could talk you into it. It's like it's not like they never forced me to do anything.
Oh yeah.
I'm just kidding. I was
like,
I love my uncles to death.
Do you want ice cream or not, buddy?
Oh shit! They didn't know they want to go fishing or not. They were those kind of. They were like they would bribe me to fucking. They would bribe any of us with fucking fishing or hunting. He's like, or whatever. And then that was how to get us. Oh, they knew.
They knew. So,
did they call you baby reindeer?
No.
Let's get off of the baby
What is the
reindeer.
baby reindeer? I haven't seen it.
No. Listen to our podcast.
That's what we talk about for the first.
I don't even know.
Three.
I was just walking by. These guys were like,
Right.
"Hey, you want to be on podcast?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, so
I got some things to tell you about my asshole.
You tell jokes and do stand-up comedy and tattoos here and around Lubbock. Mm-hmm. So, do you want to talk about that at all?
We can.
How long have you been doing stand-up now?
I mean, I call it about 3 years. Been doing it for about 4 years. But
okay.
I don't count. There's a year for COVID where I just omit it. So,
sure. Yeah.
So maybe 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you started in Big Spring, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Big Spring.
How long
Texas.
have you lived in Lubbock?
3 years. 3.5. October 1st. No. November 27th. September 27th. Will be 4 years.
Quite a jump.
So right around Thanksgiving 2020.
Yeah, I had COVID for Thanksgiving.
Oh boy.
My fucking second
Most
year.
people have turkey.
No, I didn't even fucking. My family. And
you were here all by yourself,
dude. It was like my family lived here at the time. They all had Thanksgiving at their house, but all had to be quarantined.
Asshole.
And they said, "We brought you food." I was like, "Yeah, come on in." And I opened the door. They're standing at the end of my sidewalk, and there's a plate of food on my doormat. And I was like, "Fuck this, man."
You'll have fun.
Well, the church that I went to growing up, we didn't celebrate Christmas, Easter. No, all we had is Thanksgiving and birthdays. That's all.
JW or
they don't do birthdays.
No, it was Worldwide Church of God.
Oh, got it. Okay.
It was old.
I'm sorry, the Worldwide Church of God.
Worldwide Church of God. It was all
Worldwide.
It was all
www.churchofgod.com.
Yeah, WWCG.
Boy, I bet they really leaned into the "What would Jesus do?"
No, they did not. They said, "What would Abraham do?" It's like they were all Old Testament
really?
Christians, is what they were. They're basically Jews for Jesus.
Okay. So there's
we worship the old school Old Testament holidays.
So you stand with
thought
Israel.
of that.
No, Israel can fuck themselves too. If you're murdering a bunch of people, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, okay.
And it's like I don't have. If two people are in a fight, it's not one dude was standing there and the other dude went and just started kicking on him. It's usually it's like he's like, have y'all been in the same house for the last 7,000 years?
Yeah.
Kind of. I was like, I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know.
Yeah. So you said your family lived here. None of them live here anymore. Your sister's still here, though, right?
Nope.
No, she's not even here.
Man, you can clear town quick.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. Every time I move somewhere, everyone in that town, they move somewhere. I have discussed this with my family. And it's like, we're like, well, just don't. They all have their reasons.
They're like,
whatever.
no, really,
Yeah,
it's not
we
you.
just don't like you.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Are you current? So are you still Wawa for Jesus or whatever?
I'm pretty God-centric. I don't like a lot of I like Christian tenets, but I don't like I don't know, it's hard to explain. I don't like new Christians, and I don't like old Christians. Like, who are stuck in the dogma of it.
Yeah, I got it.
You
so
know
the
what I mean?
religiosity kind of.
Yeah, it's like there are people who, like, if you were to translate it to like spiritual health to like physical health, it's people who go to the gym, just get to the gym, they're super fucking hyped, and I was like, dude, you need to calm down. It's a fucking,
right.
It's a fucking sprint.
Yeah.
And then there's the old dogs who've been there forever. The super pump jack thing is like, yeah, we gotta drink, you gotta have all the protein, and your carbs are off, and you're fucking. I was like, dude, I'm just here to not die.
Right.
I'm just like, I'm here to make my life a little bit better and be a little bit better person. I don't want to be super
I don't
jacked.
need your protein.
And it's like,
shakes.
my body has managed this, and I think there's a lot of built-in systems that are natural, and a lot of people don't understand, like in my opinion, that, you know, saying you're a Christian is admitting I'm not perfect, but I want to be better. Perfection is a direction; it's not a destination type of thing.
Gotcha.
And if we can be better to myself, I can be better to other people. It's like,
Why are you so mean to people?
I'm not. I just seen that.
It's hilarious.
Oh,
It is hilarious.
No, the first time I
Yeah.
met him, he thought I was Curtis. He approached me from behind and gave me a big old hug. So my first interaction was this guy, and I'm like, I turn around and he's like, "Oh shit, man, I thought you were Curtis."
That'd be weird for
That was
anybody.
like almost
though.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
So
I mean, generally speaking, I'm a very, like, I enjoy joy. A lot of people are so miserable.
Yeah.
I hate it for people. I've been doing, like, my personal development stuff over the last 5 years or so, which is what moved me to Lubbock.
You don't hear that statement
Yeah,
very often.
moved from Big Spring.
I mean, from Big Springs, it makes more sense,
Yeah,
right?
it's like-
but
I moved here from Hanover, New Jersey.
right to improve
I'm
myself
assuming
in
that's
the
a
world.
nice place. I don't know. I don't know. It's New Jersey, so no. I don't.
I
Right?
don't know.
I mean,
I'm
it
not
is
from
the
New-
Garden State.
I'm not from Eastern United States, but somehow New Jersey is a shitty place to be. I guess.
all I know about New
They have
Jersey is
swords.
the jokes and the Sopranos. That's all I know.
Right. I love The Sopranos.
Yeah, me too. That's why I want to go there. Get some gabagool. Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't you tell me that you were like a youth minister, a youth leader, or something at one point?
Yes, it was. My dad passed away. He was the youth pastor of our church.
Okay.
And then when he passed away, I just started my tattoo shop. And then the pastor of the church asked me if I would fill in for my dad until they find somebody new. And I was like, you understand.
I mean,
I would literally go from work to do my youth lesson. And then after my youth lesson, which is Wednesdays, which is also karaoke night at the bar.
Hell yeah.
So I'd go from there, make sure everyone's set and done, and then I'll go do karaoke at the bar and get drunk. So
Nice. Were you? Did you see anyone from church at karaoke?
sometimes.
I mean, it's big.
So,
Spring night.
nailing some of the youth kids' moms.
no. Look, I was a lot more.
He said he's a good Christian.
I mean, I like the I also said I like the Christian tenets, but I'm not in either
He's
extreme.
not a monk over
I
here.
was just saying.
No, he was already saying how you just.
I
Getting
do
laid even
have
when you
man,
don't want to.
I do have a. I don't like hooking up just for. I don't like hookup culture. I don't like hooking up just for hooking up.
Nah.
It's like I have to like somebody. Like I can't just. I say I can't. It's not optimal to fucking. It's not optimal to hook up just for the physical, like, have the intimacy of it. Like, and I was like,
You can always tell who's never been married ever, right?
yeah, no, I've never been married.
Yeah.
That'd be like one
We
of
can
those.
tell.
You don't have to, I mean, fucking hey, cool.
I'm like, man, I miss hookup culture so bad.
I'm just like, well, it's like, well, that's the thing is like,
Not really, dear. Just
getting,
kidding.
well, I have this joke that I'm working on I'll tell guys, it's like, look guys, women are like jobs. It's easier to get one if you already have one.
Oh yeah, that's like the thing Chris Heiss has been doing. He's like, if you're not getting any pussy, go out and pay a prostitute to rub her pussy all over you or a strip club. Still, women will smell that. They'll know. This
know.
guy gets pussy.
Exactly.
And then
And then when you're getting it, you don't care about getting it, so something in your brain shuts off where women are like, he's not looking at me. Hey, look at me. And I was like, I don't wanna look at you.
Yeah,
absolutely.
you actually have to like the woman that's attached to the vagina,
Yeah.
or the man who's attached to the dick, or the
woman,
the woman that's attached to the
We're all-inclusive podcast.
All of the women in my family growing up were fucking insane. And so,
That
Women-
sentence went on too long.
to do what?
All of the women are insane.
No.
No,
I mean,
yes, I'm trying to help you and the world at large. Own it.
Okay, well, there's insanity.
Yes.
And then there's like, all the women are like, well, I'm just ADHD. And I was like, whatever, you're casual. It's like,
Yeah.
unless the word, disorder comes at the end of your personality trait, I don't want to you're not interesting. To me. I was like, I can't deal with all the, I was like, where's the lying? Where's the fucking running around cheating and all the fucking deception and fucking misdirection and fucking, the things that you can tell are fucking wrong by the shit that's not said is like, that shit I picked up when I was 6, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I've been 40 since I was born. Like, it's
Right.
like,
Yeah. So you'll be 40 until you die. Yeah.
And now that I'm 40, I'm like, man, I feel 22, 25.
Yeah.
And it's like, and the more that I work out, I'm like, seriously, the better I fucking feel. And I was like,
Oh yeah, it's crazy how much more stamina you have to
I've
do
heard
stuff.
stories.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah,
Do what?
I've heard stories.
yeah.
About what?
The benefits of working out.
Yeah.
I mean, when
Well, I
did you
used
start
to-
smoking?
I used to just work all the time, and that was
Way
enough
too late.
exercise.
Oh,
I mean, like, I was an adult when I started smoking. Like
Oh, wow.
an idiot. I know.
most
Dumb.
people start when
Yeah.
they're like 12.
The ones that are
Cigarettes.
still doing it, they started when they were 12. Not me.
I've got.
SMRT.
Yeah, it was like, well, what was that guy you were saying? It was, I'm the strong kind of fat.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
fucking,
yeah.
like,
Yeah, Shane Torres. Yeah.
I was like, I had that. Well, I hired this personal trainer, and she's trying to figure out how strong I am, and we're doing leg presses, and I did like 710. It was my fourth set.
Holy shit.
710 at 10 reps. 10 reps is 710 pounds, and this
Yeah.
is like I've been back at the gym for like a month when I did that.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah, Abby and I were talking about that.
That's
I was
a-
like, did you see that?
So you
chick?
could
She was
kick
like,
a door in. You could like kick 2 or 3 doors in.
It's a hard lesson. It's a hard life to know that I can just kill people with my bare hands.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't.
For those,
Well,
for
and
those
then-
not
You can't see us.
who don't know you, how tall are you?
6'4",
And I mean, you don't have to share.
495.
Holy shit!
Damn.
You're a big guy.
Yeah.
Big dude. One of the only people I know that makes me feel small.
I don't feel like I weigh 495.
You know, I would.
I feel like I see myself like I was walking in a store and like.
Well,
you see
it's
the
all
reflection.
distributed. Like
Well,
it's
you're very well
not just in
proportioned.
one.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Well,
You're like a fucking tree trunk.
I did
man.
Yeah.
I did an in-body test, and it's like I have a lot of body fat, but it's like I said from
You
from,
got a lot
from-
of body.
I got a lot of body, but it's like he was explaining it to me, but they did a breakdown of each limb, and on each limb I actually have I had like 130% muscle for the 100% of bone and fat that I have.
Oh dang.
So I actually have more,
More
muscle
muscle
on
than-
each limb. My core obviously was at 105%. So it's like you actually don't need to gain any muscle mass. You just need to cut fat. And
Yeah.
I was like, he's like, you're healthier than you're not like there's like skinny fat and you know what I mean. And then there's
We should
And then there's
come up
fat,
with different
skinny.
ways to try to hurt you and see what it takes.
Just like
You want to?
I mean, I don't
Let's
want to.
do it.
You
Not
talk
only
about
right
how
now.
strong he is, not how
I'm literally a tattoo artist,
Right.
and I used to be a bouncer, and
Yeah.
I just
I'm sure you. And
I
probably
really
the
don't want
first
to.
guy people call.
I don't want to be hurt. Please don't hurt me.
You're a peaceful warrior.
I'm just like.
No, I don't want to hurt you. I just want to
You
see what it
literally
would
said,
take.
"Let's come up with ways to hurt you."
Yeah.
Just
Would
see
you like
what
to
it
do
would
this?
take. I mean,
To hurt me?
no, yeah. I mean, not. But obviously,
Okay.
I wouldn't really.
We'll go 1 for 1. How about that?
Right.
How about that? Is
I'm
that
out.
fair?
You
Is
get one
that fair?
shot, I get one shot.
Yeah, it's like I got tased once, and the guy was like, "Did you not feel that?" I was like, "Of course I felt it. It doesn't."
Didn't bring you down.
Yeah. I
It
was like,
just.
Tickled.
It,
my grandfather once electrocuted me. I was mopping his
he
shop.
shocked you.
Yeah. No, he electrocuted
No.
me. No.
Electrocuted is dead. Why am I like this?
I don't know.
I electrocuted
You
him.
spend too much time with Jason Cage.
You can be electrocuted to death.
Okay. We'll agree to disagree. Or maybe I'm just wrong, like
Or
usual.
hey man, if only Google.
I can see a dictionary from here.
I
I got a
don't
fucking
care.
phone in my hand.
So
Right.
your grandpa
No. Hold on.
put electricity on your body
No, through my body.
through your body.
Were y'all doing electric fences?
No, I was
Don't whiz on the electric fence.
fucking Ren and Stimpy.
Dude,
The
my brother did it for $5.
Not worth it.
past tense electrocuted, past participle electrocuted, to injure or kill somebody by electric shock.
Alright.
So, and or.
Alright. Let the record show Red was correct, and once again, Lori is wrong.
That's okay. I don't think we're keeping a tally.
Oh,
my
no,
husband
it's-
is.
Yeah,
Well, don't let him listen to this then.
I'm sure he won't.
Yeah.
I'm sure you won't. Let's see. Shock actually might be.
So what were the circumstances of the shock that
Oh,
your
I was
grandpa
I was mopping his. He owned a blade sharpening business, and I was mopping his shop, but I had a pair of brand new shoes that I didn't want to get dirty because he had a concrete
You
floor.
take them off.
Yeah, and I was fucking mopping his floor, and he came in and he had a ground plug, and he came in and flipped the switch, but it ran his lights too,
Yeah.
and I went,
Ooh.
and it was like through my whole body. He walked in and saw me, and just kind of, I'm looking at him in the doorway.
Right, but...
And he's my grandpa. He had the old man shuffle. He's like, he knows exactly what's happening. And I'm like, standing there, and he goes... and he just kind of... no rush.
Well, give me a minute there, Sonny.
Yeah, he was like... And man...
your problem is...
whenever it released, I just fucking... Tears, snot.
Right, why
So
did
bad.
you do that to me?
Ugly cried. The worst I've ever done in my life. So.
Oh, man.
I don't
How
know.
old were you?
14.
Oh, man.
Something like that.
Yeah. Damn.
People have sympathy for that. Like in my life, I was like, I've never had sympathy for myself for that story. I just thought it was a funny story because
I mean, I would like to make fun of you for taking off your shoes.
Yeah, dude. I was like,
but I'm still reeling from being wrong about that. So I got. And I don't want to risk it now.
No, you can make fun of me. I'm just saying we'll go left the line.
I know you're funnier than I am.
Looks aren't everything, though. You know?
Good thing for you.
Oh, man. So, you have told me some very interesting stories about tattooing.
I have a fuck ton of stories.
Yeah. So tell us about one of your more memorable tattoo or piercing, because you do both. You do tattoos and piercings. Mm-hmm. What is something you'd like to share?
I mean,
what's the most fun you had?
The most.
Oh, there you
man.
go. That's maybe a little
I'm
bit
actually
better.
the one I'm working on now. I'm working on a tattoo right now. It's probably the most fun I've had, and it is an octopus that goes on her side, comes around her belly, goes down below her knee.
Dang.
Nice.
Goes around her waist on her lower back. She had and then a tentacle comes up over her shoulder on this side.
Dang.
And we're not entirely done with it, but we're about 80% of the way done. And
How many sessions have you done so far?
I've done 3.
Okay.
Well, it's I say 4. We stopped the second one short because I wanted to finish it at a tattoo convention we had here.
Oh, really? Okay.
But that fell through, so we just did 2 on a day back to back. And
okay.
It's a lot of work, but it's a pretty it's the biggest tattoo I've ever done.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, I would.
Did you design it and everything?
Yeah, freehand drew the octopus on her.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, man, it's what I quit. I had a tattoo shop in Big Spring that I owned, but man, my artwork wasn't what I focused on. It was like managing the shop, managing artists, and then I still had my artwork, but I didn't have time for just me to do whatever. And that's when I moved to Lubbock. I want to push into my art game and my tattooing game. So sold my shop, gave my shop to a couple guys who worked at my shop, and it's their shop now.
That's cool.
Yeah, they changed the name from, it was Ink Spot to now it's Gentle Pricks is the name of their.
General Pricks.
Gentle Pricks.
Gentle Pricks. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, they definitely have their personalities enveloped in the shop.
That's awesome.
But anyway, I got here and man, I just wanted to explore art, man. Again, I enjoyed art. Art was my journaling as a kid growing up. Like
Nice.
I didn't really write much, but everything I felt could just be poured out into.
Yeah.
And it was always skulls, eyeballs, or big titted women. It was always. So,
I mean,
So you're really.
big titty women generally have skulls and eyeballs. So.
it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Huh.
So was there a particular style that you gravitated towards, like anime or comic books or realism? Okay.
I enjoy it. Well, Todd McFarlane.
Oh fuck yeah, Spawn.
Todd McFarlane, and there's a guy named Michael Turner. I learned how to draw from comic books, and those two guys, they just had a level of fucking detail and just in their stuff that I enjoyed. And there was some old like Rat Fink comics that I found.
Okay, I know what you're
Rat
talking
Fink
about.
style.
Yeah.
With all they see all the little pimples and the hairs. And,
Yeah, real grotesque.
yeah, and I love that kind of.
It's like Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of, man. Like
Design
when
your
they
own
do the
garbage
zoom
truck
in. On
heads.
it. Yeah. Well, it's like, well, not necessarily grotesque, but just, when I was a kid, man, I remember there was a science guy who came to our school, and they showed us like you magnify in on the tip of a needle.
Yeah.
And then you see that the sharp fucking super slick needle is actually pitted, grooved, and, and everything on it. And I was like, and for me, I was like, I asked him, I was like, everything's like that? He goes, everything. Nothing is perfectly smooth. There's very few things that are very just perfectly smooth. Everything has a texture to it. and I was like, and that just sunk into my fucking soul, and I can't. So I can't like the texture of everything, the texture of this table, texture of this thing, man. When I do shrooms, that is my favorite thing.
Right?
I'll sit there.
Love
Like,
that.
yeah, I'm a
Dude,
big
just-
texture person.
Oh
too,
man, like
man. The walls, just
I
like
have an oil fixation. Man, I used to man put everything in my fucking mouth. I fucking like a quarter. You know, a quarter, like the ridges on a quarter.
Yeah.
I would take it and I'd put it between my molars and just roll it back and forth.
Oh
Just-
man,
see,
that
it sounds-
sounds
that's
so
really bad,
painful.
Dude, and people talk about like it's like so miserable. It was like chewing on aluminum foil.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I was like,
that.
give me a ball of aluminum foil, and I'll sit there and chew
Oh.
it. Like,
Oh.
I would slow, I would just go.
Shut up.
Ooh.
I just love the textures and stuff, man, and so in all my artwork, it comes out like there's nothing. I do not enjoy a straight, perfectly crisp line.
Yeah,
Right.
And I was like,
no,
no, I just I enjoy the, I just enjoy
Well,
the
clearly
nature,
enjoy
man. I like wood and like steel.
Yeah.
Like steel is not smooth to me. It is a textured
It's real bumpy.
finish, man. Yeah, it's just like that's what just echoes through me.
bumpy
when
like a dolphin skin.
Yeah.
Like,
I've never touched a dolphin.
fair enough.
Did you touch
you
dolphins?
should try it.
I have. I mean, it was at SeaWorld.
Oh, okay. I was like, it's a can of tuna. Huh. Look at this.
Fun fact about dolphins is you can actually kill dolphins. You just can't catch them in nets. That's off subject though, but
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
it's not illegal to kill dolphins.
Oh,
Is it really not?
You just
You
can't
can shoot them in the head.
shoot them in the
You just
bullhole.
can't catch them in nets.
Dang.
What if you shot it in the
At least
bullhole?
that's what I've known that for a while. It's been that way for 15 years. It might have changed it by now, but
You just go out and with a shotgun.
they're not
and be like,
endangered. It's just
Oh, no.
But they're super smart, so it's inhumane to like catch them in nets and let them suffer.
Yeah.
Because then they drown and shit.
Oh,
Because they're
okay.
mammals.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
You know in the bones, and you probably did, but the bones in like whale tails and dolphins and whatever that group of mammals is called. But they're leg bones.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've
They're-
heard
they're
that.
actually, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like vestigial,
remnants
whatever. Yeah.
of, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, because they could, apparently.
I
walk at some point.
love shit like that. Like
Yeah.
little, there's the books of useless knowledge. Have you seen those?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
The Academy of Useless Knowledge, whatever it is, Society of Useless Knowledge.
Dude, dolphins, man, and cuttlefish. Cuttlefish are incredible.
Have you seen a puffer's fish skeleton?
I feel like I
No,
have.
I've seen a dried one.
Dude, it's
Like,
well,
I hadn't thought about it having
Oh,
a skeleton.
I made a really funny. Me and Derek went to this. There's a museum of osteology. So basically, a skeleton museum in Oklahoma City, and we went there back in September. We went to a concert, and they had a pufferfish skeleton, and I was like, did they have to kill it when it was puffed up to
Right,
make the
like-
right skeleton, or because?
You just have to like unfold it as it. What does it look? Does it look different than a normal fish skeleton?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
It looks. It's like a meshed out. You know those little crushed atom things that you can expand.
Yeah. Those
Yeah, yeah,
balls.
They're-
Yeah.
It looks like these little triangles, like caltrops, but they're all
Yeah.
woven together into
Yeah.
a skull.
Yeah.
Or not a
Into
skull,
the
but a
body.
skeleton.
So what's weird about cuttlefish?
They can, like, what they can do. They can. Okay, so their camouflage, I mean, is insane,
Oh.
and
so-
they can change. They can like strobe light their whole body,
Okay.
and
It's
I
got
mean,
it's like a one-person party.
I mean.
Underneath
They
the seat.
all have tams on each leg. They all
And they're great to cuddle.
yeah,
They're
no.
so good for cuddling.
I wonder why they call
But-
them cuttlefish.
I don't
well,
know.
it's with T's.
Cuttlefish. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
If that so
I
whatever
remember
that
that
means.
episode. There's an episode of South Park where they go, oh,
Maybe it's
I
like
need
a
the cuttlefish.
scuttlefish or something, but they got shortened.
I don't know.
They do scuttle. They walk.
Maybe
I mean, not-
maybe it's like a scuttlefish, and that's one of my favorite things is figure out why they get names for things.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Some
the
Latin
etymology.
asshole. No.
Oh, they were weird looking.
You guys
They
ever
kinda-
watch those these little like nature shorts? It's the guy with the British. It's a guy with like a
Matt Berry from What We Do in the Shadows, and he's talking about here's the bird goes up to the other bird and fucks around or whatever. It's
right,
funny.
but like yes.
Yeah, yeah,
oh
I've
my
seen
god, I
that.
love those. Well, watch the cuttlefish one of those.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
watch it.
What,
Yeah, I
is,
think
what
he's-
is that
what's the name of
called? It's
It's like a nature documentary.
Yeah, but fun facts about it's like
okay, got
fun facts about the cuttlefish.
I forgot. Yeah, cuttlefish
and
more.
There's a bunch of ones. They're all good. And
cephalopod. It's related to
cephalopod. I always say
related to squids
like,
and octopuses. So.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like an octopus is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're fucking. They're intelligent as hell.
The cuttlefish is just like a cooler octopus. You know, it's like if you're at a rave anyway, you definitely want to be with the cuttlefish.
Okay, if you go to an all fish rave,
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Or even just a cephalopod rave.
Yeah. Don't go out with the dolphins. They're rapists.
No, they are, but they'll get you high.
Oh really?
On pufferfish.
Oh,
they pass pufferfish.
Now I know that the pufferfish, blowfish, whatever, same thing, right?
Yeah.
They have poison. Yeah. Because there's an episode of The Simpsons where Homer eats a poorly cut up.
He's got 24 hours.
Blowfish, and they tell him, you have 24 hours to live. Yeah, it's a good episode.
But yeah, so specifically, I think young male dolphins is what's been filmed doing this, but pods of them, they'll like get a pufferfish, basically lick it. I mean, and get just a little bit of the venom until and then they're all like floating vertically.
It's the dolphin equivalent of this fucking.
Yeah, they're just kind of buoyant and
they're looking at the waves as the light crests in, just high as fuck.
Man. You ever think about what's going on up there?
Have you seen the intro to what's his name? Joe Rogan's Triggered. Joe Rogan's Triggered fucking special is probably my favorite comedy special.
Oh really?
Dude, and it's like, and he fucking does a great job. He has a whole bit about dolphins, dude, that just blows me. It was so good. The only part I didn't like about it was like the ending, but I was like, you got to end it somewhere, and I guess he just didn't know what to do with it. But
so dolphins blow.
They suck blow.
He does.
Dolphins suck blowfish.
He has like a 20-minute bit that's focused around dolphins and being fucking high and how dolphins are. And it's like, I don't know if it's 20 minutes, but
it's a longer bit.
But his Triggered special on Netflix is fucking fantastic. It's like 2018, 2016.
Yeah, I know it was like pre-COVID.
Oh, I liked him still then.
Yeah. Well, he has some jokes about Texas, which I'm a fucking huge Texas fanatic. So I love Texas.
Like you,
I used
UT,
to. I used to like Texas too. You're talking about.
Okay.
But I am a UT fan. My sister, unfortunately, she found that out after I moved here. She's a huge Texas Tech fan because she's lived here forever.
Oh yeah. Your younger sister or older sister?
My younger sister.
Oh, okay.
I don't have an older sister. I have a twin sister.
Yeah. Well, wasn't she born?
She born first. She's not older than me. I will slap her in her fucking mouth if she says anybody.
Wow. Threats of violence against women on this podcast.
Not women. It's my fucking sister.
Okay.
I'm just a different person. She doesn't get respect as a woman. She gets respect as my sister, which I hold in a higher respect than other women.
Oh, okay. So to say you would hit her is actually
I'm striking
more harsh than hitting a regular woman because it's your sister.
She can take it. You know what I mean? I hold her in a higher esteem. She gets no quarter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotcha. So how was that having a twin growing up? Was that weird?
Fucking garbage.
Really?
It's the worst experience. I don't recommend it.
Yeah, because y'all were same grade, graduated same year, everything.
She's a student. She's a good student. I never had a birthday party.
What?
She had a birthday party. And
so why didn't you have a dual birthday party?
Because she had different friends and she's a girl. And I have different friends and I'm a guy. And so, and my dad and my mom would throw my sister a birthday party. My dad would not throw me a birthday party.
Oh, wow.
And so, like, I literally she would have birthday parties and I would be either, like, if they're at our house, I would be outside with my brother or my friends and we'd be doing stuff on our birthday. She would be having a party. Or I would be... I remember we had a birthday party, like a dual birthday party in Big Spring at the local park. Yeah. And there was like 3 of my friends, and then she had her 30 friends, and like there's a whole pig stuff, and her friends all brought her gifts and stuff like that. My friends brought me nothing, and I was like, we had hot dogs, and there was no cake. It was just
man.
Did she have cake?
Yeah, of course you had.
So you growing up with a twin, not great.
Not horrible. Yeah, not great.
Oh, okay.
And then, because our whole life, it was like, who's older, you or your sister? And she's like, I was older. We were born cesarean. She was born like a minute ahead of me. And I'm like, yeah, and I was like, they say that they take them out how they're supposed to come out, and I was like, I don't fucking believe it, but whatever. And because I know how guns work. And and fucking, and so, anyway.
That's good.
So she goes, so our whole life, that was it. But after we turned a certain age, 30 or so, she's like, you can be older now. And I was like, no.
She's like, I'll be 29 forever.
Yeah. And she was a great student, so it was funny. Like, she did all of her stuff. She had all the sashes and ribbons and stuff like that in high school. And so when we graduated, though, my name's Brian, her name's Janae. And so I graduated first, so I was like,
nice.
So how, if you always had the nickname Red, was that something from as a child?
No, it was 8th grade.
8th grade, oh, okay.
Before that, I played football, and I was, they called me Moose for a couple of years.
Moose.
Because Daryl Johnson was a fullback at Dallas Cowboys, and they called him the Moose.
Got it, okay.
And so.
Interesting.
But then I moved to Big Spring, and they started calling me Big Red Dog.
You're like, whatever.
I don't care. Yeah.
Do you prefer Brian?
No. Okay. I feel like the cops are talking to me. It's
It's
my slave name, you know what I mean?
Oh, gotcha.
It's like no, I just, if you meet me, people are like, you don't seem like a Brian. You don't really.
No, you definitely don't seem like a Brian.
And growing up, I was like, Brian is a shitty name. My dad wanted me to have, my middle name's Joseph. Brian Joseph Giles is my name. And he wanted, when he was a kid, BJ was a popular nickname.
Oh, yeah.
And so he wanted me to be BJ, so I'd have a cool nickname growing up. And about the fifth...
the saddest story.
In the fifth grade, I got my initials cut to my hairline right here, right?
Yeah.
It said BJ, man. I got on the bus, and that's when I got in my first fist fight. Because it was like some kids, oh, you like giving BJs? You get BJs, just come back, let's give me. I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about, sir. You know, I was like, to some dude. And I was a good kid.
Yeah.
And I was like, BJ, you suck dick. And I was like, excuse me? And I was like, you need to take that back. and I was like, I don't know if you've ever met a kid who's never been in a fight, but he's like, I will fucking fight you, is the general energy I was giving off. And I was like, and so I punched him in his fucking head, and I was like, this is it. And he's probably...
older than you.
Yeah, he's an 8th grader or something like that.
Taking his face in.
Yeah. No.
Right.
No,
He just
he whooped
exploded.
the shit out of him.
Oh, really? So you weren't bigger yet?
No. I mean, I was his size, like my
But
first.
Yeah, he's...
So
Right,
I have seen a few mugshots of varying. What was it? Always fighting? Was that what's?
No, it was always. It was generally speaking. It was mostly I get drunk,
Okay.
and then there's usually a fight or something that happens.
Oh, okay.
Half of them are those, and the other half are. There was an officer in Big Spring. My best friend at the time, it's kind of a story, but it's like my best friend at the time, one of my best friends, he was becoming a police officer, and he came over one night. And we'd been friends since high school.
Right.
But between the two of us, we were both kind of we always butted heads in our group or whatever. And Mia, my old partner, she said, if we were dogs, one of you would have killed each other by now. And it just boiled down to like, he came over one night and we were drinking. It was right after I first made like the change towards my personal development change. And I'm on medication, whatever, and I'd never been on antidepressants or anything like that, and or mood
Game
enhancers.
changers.
Dude, I guess. But because I've known him for fucking 15 years, and I never hit the dude in his face. But then at the end of the night, he got fucking pissed off. I was being kind of shitty. I was being a shithead. I was picking on him. But needless to say, he started saying some fucked up shit. And we drank, I don't know, a 30-pack and a 12-pack and like half a bottle of rum between the two of us.
That is a lot
So
of
at the end of
booze.
the night, yeah, and he gets his feeling hurt. I was like, dude, motherfucker, we're this far in.
Right.
And you're standing in my bathroom fucking making fun of me, telling me I'm a piece of shit. And this is the first time he's talked to me in 2 years.
Oh,
you
wow.
know? And then he decides tonight's the night where he's going to be a shithead. And so,
Is he already a cop at this point?
no, he's in
Police
go to
Academy?
police academy.
Okay.
And so, man, punch him in his face, just a little straight jab in his face, man.
A little straight jab.
And
a little tap.
And I hit him with my left hand too. So first off, and but either way, I ended up I didn't know this at the time, but I fractured his eye socket.
Ooh.
And it pushed a nerve into the fracture. It's a story that I was told. I haven't talked to him since.
Oh, goddamn.
And so he had to have surgery on his eye.
Did he make it to the force, or did that?
Oh yeah, he's a sheriff's deputy.
Oh wow!
Now, so,
And that's
so
when
you
he
haven't
started
talked to
getting
him since then? Wow.
No.
Crazy.
I thought that's...
He came to the bar once I was at where he was like the cops do the walk around.
Oh yeah.
And then he just kept kind of giving me a whatever, but his
you're like, hey there, lazy eye.
his family's fucked with me enough, and his friends have too. So.
Oh yeah.
And so, well, anyway, his roommate at the time he was in police academy became an officer for police department in Big Spring.
Oh.
And every time he saw me, he stopped me. He half of my mug shots are him arresting me.
Really?
Yeah, and he
For
arrested me once.
whatever.
The insurance was out of my car. He said I didn't have a he said I had a warrant for the sheriff's department, which I didn't have a warrant at the time. And it took me in, processed me, and then I had to wait there a day and then wait for the judge. But on the upside, every time I got there, the same judge was my judge. His name was Judge Green. And I felt bad because the first 2 times I saw Judge Green, we ended up having a long conversation, just talking for like an hour.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of dudes in the fucking...
Right, they're like...
In the tank waiting to get out. As soon as I'm done, the next person goes in. But he would call me out first. If he saw my name, he would call me in first every time. And I was like... He's like, how you doing? And I was like, I'm doing good, Judge Green. How are you? And he's like, I mean, we just have a long conversation. Judge Green was cool with my book. And so, anyway, yeah, so...
It'll turn out Judge Green stalking you. And
Right, Green.
He gave me shit because
I need you to pick up red again.
I
missed that kid.
Yeah, he's like, you just call me, sir.
I said bring him in.
No, but that was kind of bullshit. And then there was a time where I had a client in... we're talking about the mugshots, but just to talk about my friend, it's like he was. After that, I was sitting I just got done with a couple of clients tattooing, and we all went down to the train car, which is a local bar in Big Spring, and we were listening to some music, and then his sister, who was drunk, came up to me and fucking hammer fisted me in my face and threw a drink on me and my clients.
Damn.
And dude, I was like, "Fuck, excuse me, man," and then. Some dude was there, he's like, hey man, she's just drunk. I was like, I don't give a shit, dude. It was like, I'm sitting down at whatever, and that was okay apparently. And then I saw his mom at HEB, and she see me. I'm looking at her in the parking lot, and I was like, hey, this is before I knew that anything had happened. I didn't know I busted. I didn't know. I was like, hey man, she just gave me the stink face, you know. And then she pulls out her phone, and she just starts talking to somebody on her phone. I was like, all right, well, I'm leaving HEB, and then. So I leave HEB, I get about a mile down the road, or maybe 2, and then an undercover police truck pulls me over and searches my car, pulls all the shit out of my car. He's like, hey, well, what are you doing? I was like, what do you mean, what am I doing? I'm coming from HEB. He's like, we got drugs in the car? I was like, no. He's like, do you have a gun in the car? I was like,
what HEB are you going to?
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, I got drugs. I got a gun in my car, and he's like, where's it at? He's like, it's in my glove box right here.
Yeah.
He's like, well... He said, I'm going to handcuff you, so set you on the sidewalk and pull your gun out. And I was like, do what you got, man. And then they just did all that, and then they just let me go. And I was
just
like...
wasting your fucking time.
Pretty much. And I just...
Wow, that's crazy.
Maybe
people
can see you sitting on the side of the road looking like you did something.
It is probably... It feels like... It's crazy. It's like... It feels like one of my biggest regrets in life is punching him. But it's like... At the same time, I feel like if I go back to that moment, he's like, would you do it again? I was like, every single time I go back, I feel like I would do exactly that.
Yeah.
I was like, and I just, because at the end, he was like, I have to defend you to all my friends. And I was like, motherfucker, I'm your friend. I've known you for fucking ever. And it's like, and I had like 3 of my friends in my group. They all wanted to go to police academy together. Not one of them ever brought it up to me. They never said a word to me.
Wow.
And I just went and did it. And I guess I was like, I don't know. But I was... At the time, admittedly, I was a piece of shit. Like, I was going through a bunch, man. My whole life collapsed around me, and I just...
Yeah, it happens. But,
so,
you told me at one point, it's like, if you had to leave Big Spring, you'd be dead.
Fucking 100%. 100%. Yeah. You know, 1,000%, dude.
Yeah. Well,
damn, welcome.
Glad you're not dead.
Right?
I'm glad I'm not dead. And that's been a real big motivator for me.
Right?
Being glad I'm not dead.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised. I'm not joking. If you could,
Yeah.
that sounds sarcastic.
No.
But it's like if you could find that as a pinnacle of your existence, it's like, I'm glad I'm not dead. It changes the tone of almost everything in your life.
I think your sister would be the oldest.
Yeah, she fucking I can't.
I'm mad at the
I
other
can't let her
direction.
do that.
Yeah,
At some point in my
right.
life, I had her fucking eulogy. I was like, "Who's the oldest now?"
There you go.
Keeps me going. Do you have brothers?
Mm-hmm.
One younger?
Yeah, he's a year and a half younger than me.
Is he big?
No, he's not small. He's 6'1",
You're like, nah.
230, 240.
Okay.
Damn.
He was small. Like, I was big at an early age, and I just got bigger. And he was small up until high school. Like, till between the... Yeah, I'm not joking. You could... I wish I had the pictures, man. They're my funniest fucking things.
Is your photos?
Yeah, well, it's his band photo. He's on the drum line. So he's at the front. He's this little short kid, has like 4 drums in front of him. And his hair is like gelled straight up. He would gel his hair and hang his head off the bed so it spiked straight up, so it made him look taller.
Jeez.
And he was probably 5 foot, man.
Really?
5'5".
So he shot up a lot
Dude.
in high school, huh?
And I graduated, moved out of my house. I didn't see my brother, and then the next time I saw him, he's 6 foot, 200 pounds.
It's been like 2 months.
Then he pushes me, and I was like, "Did you just push me?" And I was like,
Did you move me?
And my brother's like literally one of the nicest people you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
But when he was in college, he used to play intramural sports and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They called him the Destroyer, and I was like, "This motherfucker right here, he's destroyed nothing his entire life. He's a little fucking pansy." And anyway, it's like but his existence with me, we always said I made him stronger. He made me faster. Because I would have to keep up with him, and anytime I'm around him, I would just plow over him, or I'd drown him, or whatever. That's what we did.
Yeah, brothers are the best.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's how it was with me and my brother.
Yeah.
And I
They
was
say
like,
that
he
if
broke
you-
some. He ran over. So he was catching a end zone like frisbee, and some girl was walking past the
Oh,
end of the end zone. He trucked her, fucking broke her collarbone.
Oh
fucking,
damn. You have
I'm
a
not-
long
Did he
history of-
cry?
Huh?
Did he
Breaking people's
cry?
Oh, he felt.
I bet.
He genuinely feels bad when stuff like that happens. I
Yeah.
was like, I mean, I would be like, hey, we're on.
Don't walk by the.
Yeah.
You couldn't see me coming.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure. I know this is not the person he married, but I like getting that story. And now they're married.
Right.
Because but it's not. But they were at
The
college.
concussion.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's funny.
Yeah, my brother is a fucking. He's an awesome dude.
Yeah.
I don't even think.
Is he in Big Spring?
No, he's in Marble Falls, South Texas.
Oh, nice.
He's an inventor.
Nice.
He invented
I guess. I
he
mean,
invented a hat rack. I have a joke about it, but it's like
invented
he invented a hat rack. My God, it's a successful fucking hat rack. He's doing a deal right now. He just got back from New York. They were at a screening for Shark Tank. He's the second cut of Shark Tank, so
Oh, nice.
there's a chance he'll be on Shark Tank.
Fuck
Wow.
yeah, dude.
Hope he makes it.
It's
Right?
if you want to look it up, domedoc.com. Domedoc.com.
Dome Doc.
All one word.
That's a cool name, Dome Dot.
Yeah, I
For
mean,
hat
it's
rack.
working for him.
Yeah.
He's on Amazon. His favorite thing was whenever he started.
He should call it I Dome Dog.
Well, when he first started it, it was like his favorite thing was to go through Etsy and Amazon and find people who replicated his product
And sue him.
and tell them to fucking take it down. It was his favorite thing to do.
Nice.
Right?
And
Fuck yeah, if I invented anything useful, I'd be
Oh,
like,
no, yeah, same here.
for so long, like he's very, I'm gonna call it frugal just because I'm gonna be nice. But
his brother.
growing up, he was like, I like buying nice stuff. I like buying, when I buy something I want new or top of the line, or if I don't care about it that much, I'll buy something used that I can restore.
Yeah.
Those are the two options for me. My brother buys everything, like, I was like, I buy from the U.S., I don't buy Chinese products. He's like, well, why don't you buy Chinese whatever, you know? And I was like, and now that he's got a product that the Chinese have stolen and just endlessly
Right.
fucking throw
Right.
out, he's like,
Wish.
if he finds somebody who is an inventor and a local inventor, he's like, I will pay the extra $15. I'll pay the extra $20
Really?
because that's what you have to do. You have to
Yeah.
support your community, and
Yeah.
and it completely changed his outlook on what it goes through for somebody who's invented something to
Right.
Just
We're
be-
buying it on Wish for.
yeah. And I was like, this is how to get to know my brother. My brother invented a hat rack. It's like, what kind of asshole is so dissatisfied about the state of cat racks for the last fucking 700 years? He's like, nope, not good enough.
Yeah.
Peg on the wall? No,
Nope.
sir.
Peg
Not
on
in
the
this
wall.
fucking country. Not here. No, sir.
Nice.
Like, but it is like a.
It is very nice. I've seen it.
Have you
showed
seen it?
Yeah, no, you had one at your house.
It's
so far.
super fucking
Oh.
efficient.
Yeah.
You can hold 20 baseball hats in a
Yeah.
8-inch by
Stack
fucking
'em, yeah.
foot and a half area.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, if I had somebody living in my house that collected baseball hats, I would do that shit because I've been to other people's places where they could, and they're everywhere. They're
Yeah.
everywhere.
It is a gift that keeps on giving for sure.
Yeah. Oh, Morgan,
so,
sweetie.
Yeah, no, we're almost at an hour. Do you want to plug your
Shop.
tattoo shop?
Yes.
Well, you hit my. I'm an independent contractor. I rent my
Okay.
space, so but it's like, it's Red the Inker, REDDTHEINKER, Red the Inker, all one word on Instagram.
REDD.
Yeah.
Red the Inker on Instagram. Yeah.
You can check out most of my work.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yes.
And
It's really good.
Ink Culture here in Lubbock, man, they're great shop. They're fucking keeping it real and
Ink culture. Yeah.
just enjoying tattooing as a competitive business. There's a lot of people who just spend their time trying to tear people down, man. They just they'll take all the new blood and
Yeah.
Nice.
we'll try to guide them, tell them where they need to go, and tell them about the business, and just create a good,
Cool.
family.
Hey, well, thanks for coming on, man. This was a good conversation. I enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, same old, man.
All right, and go see Red at Do Comedy in and around Lubbock.
Yeah, man. Fucking Leonard Tavern, your
Bar
mic,
PM,
Bar PM,
yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
What is it? What'd you change the name to?
It's called Curse Day Thursday.
Curse Day Thursday.
Curse Day Thursday. Yeah, Bar PM in Lubbock. So I don't
Yay.
think anybody outside of Lubbock is listening to this, but maybe. So,
Well, if they are, then they can come to our fucking show on Thursday. It's at
Fuck yeah.
8,
Right.
8 o'clock, 8:30.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Red.
Yeah, man. Glad to be here.